Hi everybody. I had a request to do a DVD haul, so that is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. I've actually filmed this twice now. Well, this will be the second time. The first time, I don't know what happened, but it said it was going to take over 700 minutes just to render, and I'm not sure my poor laptop can handle that. So I just decided to try to film this again, and hopefully this time everything will be okay and it will actually process and everything will go through smoothly. So what I'm going to do is just show you guys, I don't know, I've probably got 10 DVDs here that I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to show them to you all, and I'm going to read the back of the cover, just read the information on there and let you know what the DVD is about. I am a huge movie fan, so I have probably, I don't know, 300 to 400 DVDs, so I just kind of randomly picked these out. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah. Okay, so the first one is Private Practice, and this is one of my, well, it was one of my favorite TV shows. Unfortunately, it was canceled last season, but I'm obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, so they kind of did a spin-off of Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice, and that's kind of how they led into the show Private Practice. So I've been a huge fan of this show ever since it came out, and yeah, I love the storylines, I love the characters, everything about it was perfect, and I was so upset when they canceled it. It's by the same writer as Grey's Anatomy, so that probably has something to do with it. But it says, from the Golden Globe winning creator of Grey's Anatomy comes ABC's new hit drama Private Practice, the complete first season extended edition now on DVD. Seattle fades into gray as renowned surgeon Dr. Addison Montgomery aims to reinvent herself. The promise of a simpler golden state of mind has her working alongside medical school friends at California's Oceanside Wellness Group. But is this new life prescription her cure? Join Addison, newly divorced but professionally bound Naomi, and Sam Bennett, the kissable Pete Wilder, the by-the-book Dr. Charlotte King, Cooper, the internet surfer, Belle, the wave surfer, and Violet Turner, a psychiatrist with her own issues, as affairs of the heart bring on symptoms of love, lust, and high drama in a journey worth what I cannot read, obviously. A journey worth taking. You have an appointment with an all-star cast, including Taye Diggs. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole cast, but you pretty much get the picture. It's got a wonderful cast, but yeah. So this is season 1 of Grey's Anatomy, and I have every season, so this is just season 1. I said it was season 1 of Grey's Anatomy. I meant to say season 1 of Private Practice. So yeah, season 1 of Private Practice. This is season 1 of Grey's Anatomy. Just say really quick, as you can probably see, my nails are gone. I broke 3 nails last weekend, so I just decided to cut them all off. So, but it's cool, they'll grow back. Okay, so as I said before, I am obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, and I have been for a while. I actually did not start watching until I believe it was the 2nd season when I started watching, but I've loved it ever since. And just like Private Practice, I have every DVD of every season that's been released of Grey's Anatomy. So this says, meet Meredith Grey, a brilliant first-year surgical intern at Seattle Grace Hospital. Together with her fellow residents in training, Meredith navigates her way through the daily traumas and social landmines of life inside the hospital and out in the real world. Grey's Anatomy is a smart and witty look at young people struggling to be doctors and doctors struggling to stay human. So if there's anybody that's watching this video that has not watched Grey's Anatomy, I highly recommend it because it's honestly one of the best shows that I think I've ever seen, and you will just fall in love with the characters. Every single actor and actress on there is absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. So, this is Grey's Anatomy. And I apologize if you guys can hear the background noises. I think our neighbors, I don't know what they're doing. They're just going in and out of their driveway for some odd reason. And of course it would be during the time that I'm trying to film a video. But hey, what can you do? The next DVD I have is Dirty Dancing. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I have loved this movie since I was little. I was actually probably too young to be watching this the first time, but yeah, I grew up with this movie and I've always loved it. It says heartthrob Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, and dancing sensation Cynthia Rhodes star in this electrifying and sensual film. A vivid love story, Dirty Dancing is set to pounding rhythms and vibrant dance, guaranteed to be the time of your life. Everything about this movie is just perfect to me. Like the whole love story, the music, everything. So this is definitely one of my all-time favorite movies ever. And I just can't, I don't know, I don't see anything ever being able to top this. The soundtrack is awesome. So if you are into music, even if you haven't seen this movie, I would recommend checking out the soundtrack because it's really, really, really good. Patrick Swayze, he will always be one of my favorite actors. He was so incredibly talented and he was just a wonderful actor. So this definitely is one of my all-time favorites. And next, Edward Scissorhands. This is another movie that I remember watching as a little girl and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with Johnny Depp's character and there was just always something about him that kind of drew me in. And like to this day, I'm just in love with this movie. It is also one of my all-time favorite movies. And on the back it says, once upon a time in a castle high on a hill lived an inventor whose greatest creation was named Edward. Although Edward had an irresistible charm, he wasn't quite perfect. The inventor's sudden death left him unfinished, with sharp shears of metal for hands. Edward lived alone in the darkness until one day a kind Avon lady took him home to live with her family. So began Edward's fantastical adventures in a pastel paradise known as Suburbia. From Tim Burton comes an unforgettable fairy tale starring Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder, Diane West, and Vincent Price as the inventor. So, yeah. This movie is just, I don't know, like a lot of these movies that I picked out, like The Dirty Dancing and then this one, it's just like my childhood. Seriously, I love it. This will always be another one of my favorites forever. Okay, next we have season 1 of The Big Bang Theory. I did not start watching this until probably about a year ago, and I have, I believe, season 1 through 5 on DVD, and this show is hilarious. It's awesome. It says, physicists Leonard and Sheldon understand everything from the inescapable gravitational pull of a black hole to the intricate structure of the atom. But take those atoms and assemble them into a woman and their comprehension comes to a grinding halt. And when Penny, a woman with all of those atoms in all of the right places, moves in across the hall, Leonard and Sheldon's universe begins to expand in ways they never could have imagined. So if I'm having a bad day or I just kind of need a break from everything, I will watch this because it's just one of those shows that you cannot help but laugh out loud at, and it's just awesome. I love it. Next, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is another like movie from my childhood, and I love it so much. I remember going to the movie theater when this first premiered and being so excited. I was so little. I think we went with our next door neighbor and his dad, and it was my sister and I who went with them, and we sat front row and we were so excited. And yeah, so this is kind of another movie that reminds me of my childhood. And it says, now you can catch America's favorite green teens in their first live-action blockbuster film. After wading in a puddle of radioactive waste, these radical reptiles are transformed into New York City's greatest crime-fighting quartet. Featuring a soundtrack with MC Hammer, this film will captivate adults and kids alike with its blend of humor, camaraderie, and martial arts action. Don't miss this blockbuster movie. You'll have one shell of a good time. I kind of like that little play on words there. So yeah. Oh, and my favorite Ninja Turtle was always Michelangelo, just in case anyone's wondering. We used to have this game that we'd play where we would say, oh, I'm going to be Michelangelo, I'm Leonardo, and we'd pick, the different turtles and who would be who, and we'd pretend that we were them. So. Next we have, this is season 2 of Three's Company. And I don't know why I picked season 2. I probably should have picked season 1, but I have season 1, 2, and 3. I want to get the rest, but yeah, this was one of my favorite shows growing up. I absolutely loved this. John Ritter was one of my favorite actors, and I remember the day that he passed away, I cried so much. I was so sad. He was just one of those people that you never heard anything negative about, and he seemed like a genuinely good guy, and he was a phenomenal actor. Three's Company is definitely one of my all-time favorite shows. It says, Three's Company titillated and shocked audiences while becoming a surprise hit during the 6-episode first season in spring of 1977. But its phenomenal success astounded even its talented cast when the show reached number 1, earned a People's Choice Award, and landed on the cover of Newsweek during its second season in the fall of 1977. More than 25 years after changing the American landscape, it remains one of the most endearing and enduring TV series of all time. The legendary John Ritter stars as the aptly named Jack Tripper, the role that won him an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and the hearts of millions. The affable bachelor who shares an apartment and zany hijinks with level-headed Janet Wood, Joyce DeWitt, and naive blonde Chrissy Snow, Suzanne Summers. Sexy misunderstandings and slapstick pratfalls abound as the trio adjusts to their 1970s-style cohabitation while engaging in comic mishaps with their sexually frustrated and suspicious lovers, the Ropers, and Jack's smooth operating pal Larry. Whether hosting swinging singles parties, unknowingly digging up marijuana from Mr. Roper's weed-ridden garden, or relaxing at their neighborhood pub, the Regal Beagle, the trio learn how to live and laugh together their first year as co-ed roommates and friends. So that is Three's Company. Okay, this, honestly, out of every single show, this is probably my all-time favorite, and this is called Oz. It used to come on HBO, and when I was in high school, I was obsessed with this show. Like, it was crazy, and this is not a show that I should have been watching in high school, but it was everything to me. Okay, so I think I got this DVD off eBay, and everything's written in a different language. I believe it may be Korean, because I believe that's what it said when I bought it. But anyway, yeah. So this is about a group of prisoners, and there are constantly new prisoners being introduced, and people leaving, people getting killed, and it is absolutely crazy. Like, just crazy. But I really enjoyed it. I've actually gotten several other people since I bought the DVDs to watch it who swore up and down that they wouldn't like it, but once they started watching it, they really got into it and they could see why I enjoyed it. So yeah, this is Oz. Last but not least, we have, Madea Goes to Jail. I had to check because I actually have all of the Madea movies, but this is Madea Goes to Jail, and I think Tyler Perry is an absolutely incredibly talented actor. He is amazing, and I have seen everything that he has produced, and it's just like, his movies are so funny for the most part. He does have some more serious movies, and I've seen those as well. But what I like about his comedies is that they're extremely funny, but they always have a good message, so I really like that. On Christmas Eve this year, we all, like my entire family, went to go see the new Madea movie, and it might be called Medea's Christmas, or it was a Christmas movie, and it was hilarious. Like, my parents were laughing so loud, and hearing them laugh like that made me laugh even louder. This says, "It was only a matter of time before Medea's run-ins with the law finally caught up with her. After she leads the cops on a high-speed chase, hilarity ensues, but the judge doesn't find it funny. So when anger management can't shut her up, the judge locks her down. But even in prison, Madea is large and in charge, laying down the law, changing hearts and minds, and making the most of her hard time." So this is Madea Goes to Jail. And that is it for the DVDs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to Christian who suggested this as a video to make. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week or weekend whenever it is that you're watching this video, and I will talk to you all soon.